Hi friends, so this is part 2 of my gallery walls. I will link in the description part 1 in case you missed it. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to. You can watch both or just one or the other, it doesn't matter. But I'm just sharing all of my gallery walls and I thought that I would share them with you, so let's get started. So the starting of this gallery wall is actually in the hallway and it's almost all family portrait stuff, but I thought I would share them because it is a gallery wall. And it's funny because when I first started putting pictures in the hallway, I'm like, I'm only gonna do one side. It's too busy to do both sides. Well, you see how that went because there's the other side. So, whatever, don't care. So this is when I took some trips when Marnie came to visit for the first time to Fayetteville. That's my friend Marnie. I've known her since I was 14 and we've been best friends since we were 20. And then that's me, Marnie, and her daughter, Maggie. And there's Lenny. And then there's Darren and I. I love that picture of us. And there's Mika Bean. And there's Lexi Meme. And then that's Marnie and I goofing around. And another picture of Marnie and I goofing around. I love the funny pictures. Love those. Picture of the market house. One of us took, don't remember who. Then this is Darren and I and the girls at Cape Fear Botanical Gardens at Christmas time. And then that's the girls and I at the same botanical gardens at Christmas. Look at our fun craziness. Then that's sweet Hayden when she was a baby. And there she is with her parents when she's a baby. And that is Haley and I when Haley was about 6 years old. Things have changed a little bit. And then that's Aaron and Erica and Hayden seeing Santa Claus, and that picture just cracks me up. I love it. And speaking of fun, there's the girls and I at Botanical Gardens having a fun time. Love it. And this is a picture of my mama here on the right, and then her brothers, Ted, Casey, and Tom. And then there's my mom with the girls, Haley and Callie, when they were little. And then here's a drawing, Cozy Slacks for this crisp autumn morning. I actually painted that. Just thought it was kind of fun. And then that's the name of that place, Caffeine Dreams, where Darren and I met. No longer there. There's Haley and Callie at the Botanical Gardens with me. That's Callie and her boyfriend Vega, and Callie and Vega. And then that is my grandma Edith, my mom's mother. And then that's Grandma Alberta, my Aunt Dina, and Grandpa Peck. And then this is relatives on my mama's side. I'm sad to say I don't know who they are. And then that's my mama's family. That's Grandpa Jones, Grandma Jones, Mom, Uncle John, Uncle Casey, Aunt Kathy, Uncle, or maybe that's Uncle Ted. Yep, that's Uncle Ted, that's Uncle Casey, Uncle Dick, Uncle Bobby, and Uncle James. Only one missing is Uncle Tom. Don't know where he was. And then I got footprints done of each of them. So we have Lenny, Lexi, and Mika. Mika's was the best because she was the most cooperative. And go figure that Lexi's is the worst because she's not cooperative. Then that's my mama's senior picture. And then here's a fun picture. That's my Uncle Ted, my grandpa, and I don't remember who that is. I wish Mom was around to ask me because she would know. And then there's my grandpa. Loved him. And then my grandpa and my mama when she was a baby. My grandpa and my grandma when they were young. And then there's Grandpa Harry. And then we have Darren's daughter Emily, my daughter Haley, Callie, and me. And then Haley and I at the beach. And there's me and Joe at Haley's house. Picture of the beach. And then there's Callie and I. And then there's a picture of my mama in front of a car. I don't know if it was my dad's car or they just liked the car. But look at her, she's wearing the gloves and everything. Fancy schmancy. And then the last thing, which absolutely doesn't go with anything on this wall, but I don't care, is this picture I got on an Etsy shop. Because I just thought the little side cut out of the rooms with the ghosts in the fall is so cute, and I love fall, and I love little miniature rooms like this. I just thought it was so much fun. So love it. So in our guest room is another gallery wall, and it occurred to me the other day when I was looking, don't mind the pile of stuff down there, that's just stuff I have to take to Haley. I collect stuff for her at estate sales and then I take it to her when I see her. But it occurred to me, I can totally add more stuff over here. I mean, why not? So this is the gallery wall in our guest room. And honestly, out of all my gallery walls, it might be my favorite. Not sure why. I think it's just because I love all the stuff that's on it. And sometimes there's no rhyme or reason to my gallery wall stuff, so it is what it is. So we have this that I got at, I think I got it at Liberty Antique Festival with Darren when I went. And then I love Kewpie mayo. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. If you love mayo, definitely try it. It's my favorite, so I just have a picture of it. Why not? Then this is a picture from a children's book that I used to read to my girls, and I absolutely loved it. It's called Inside Outside. Also a great book. And then up above, all you need in life is a friend who has chocolate. That came from an estate sale, and so true. Then that came off of Temu. I just thought it was a fun breakfast picture, and that's one of my favorite meals of the day is breakfast. Then I had a book of vintage looking cats, so I cut out the pictures and that's one of them. And then I had a dog one as well, so that's one of them. And then there's some itty bitty kitties and puppies. And then love this with Holly Hobby. And then this is a picture of a bookshop somewhere down in Wilmington area, and I took that and I just thought it was a really fun picture. As you can see, I love visual. I'm gonna try and stand up here so I can get up here. Here we go. So when I lived in Kearney as a kid, there was a store called Kaufman Warner's, and I absolutely loved it. It was such a fun, like, discount fireman dime store. It was just so cool. I found that on eBay, and then I happened to find this on eBay as well, so I bought both of them. Then this beautiful magnolia picture came from an estate sale. And we'll start to keep at the top, then I'll get down lower. This came, I don't remember, that's a vintage frame, and I don't remember where the image came from, probably Pinterest, and I just thought it was cool. And then that came out of the same dog book. That is from an estate sale, as is she. And then that came from, I think it's the Cranky Queen, her antique shop. She posts stuff online, and I asked if I could buy it, and she said, sure. Then this came from a shop. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 1 Corinthians 12:9. And I don't remember, I think it's called Altered State. And then this is from a big calendar, and those are Jessie Wilcox Smith images, and I love them. Then I made Haley a yarn picture. You may remember it on her gallery wall. And it leaked through on the back side. So I took a picture of it, and I loved the picture of the art the wrong side, so that's mine. I know it seems silly, but... And then that came out of the same cat book. And then this image of the girl reading the books, that's from Temu. Then that came from the same kitty book. And this came from my friend Marnie. True friendship is not about being inseparable. It's about being separated, but nothing changes. Then this cute little kitty cat hanger came from my friend Jean. And then this image also came from Temu. I love it. And then down here, I got the frame at an estate sale, and then the image is just one I found somewhere that I liked of her cooking in the kitchen with the kitty. And then remember the dining room, I said there were those plates? Here's the other two. So there's the Gossip Shop, and then Calvin Turner Holt. Is that Confections? Oh, Candy Shop. So that's them. So that is this gallery wall in the guest room. Now this gallery wall is in my hobby room. And I had never thought about having a gallery wall in here until, because Darren and I used to share the hobby room, but once the studio got built, that was the first thing I thought, oh cool, I can have a gallery wall and I can change it. So that's exactly what I did. So in here we have, when I come over, it just works going better left to right. This actually isn't on the wall, but it's from my friend Vicky, and I just thought it was so fun. Isn't that cute? But, so up there, a little girl to see, I believe that's a Jessie Wilcox painting. That came from an estate sale. And then Kayla from Little Cahaba Junkin sent me this shirt, and I turned it into a piece of art with her and Aunt Penny in the truck. Then I believe that came from Pinterest. And then Callie did this artwork. That's Lenny and Lexi. So she did that artwork for me. Then this cute little picture came from an estate sale. I believe that came from a Pinterest image. I like to steal images off Pinterest and print them. And then that same kitty book where I cut stuff up, that's from that. And then I took this frame and made it into a mirror. And then over here is just a postcard I thought was cool because it's books. And then there's a kitty cat up there. There we go, so you can see it better. Now this is a vintage frame, but when I went to Kirkland's, this was part of a piece that had Merry Christmas on it. And I had Darren cut that off so I could just keep just the village and frame it, and I love it. And then this up here is an image I got off, it's, I'll see if I can find a link and send it to you, but he does all this artwork about Jesus that I just love. Then this came from an estate sale, and the big kitty picture came from Temu. And then that book, children's book, this is more another piece of paper from that. Inside Molly squishes fresh cookie dough between her fingers. And I believe that's an image I found on Pinterest. Downtown in Fayette, in the Haymont area, we have LeClaire's, and that's actually a card, and I decided to make it into art. And I bought something on Amazon and it had a bunch of like snowflakes in this, and since it was divided, I hated to throw it away, so I used it as little framing pieces. So there's Hayden and Lenny, me and my mom, Marnie and I, Darren and I, Haley and Callie, Maggie and Marnie, Mika, and Lexi. Then this picture came from an estate sale. And then that is a picture of my mom and my Grandma Jones at the beach in Galveston. And then this came from Pinterest. It's actually an image of a coffee shop from the movie You've Got Mail that they met in. Haley and I love that movie, so we each have that image in our house. And then that's my Aunt Dina's reading her Bible. And then that's my mom and Aunt Dina's in Aunt Dina's kitchen. I loved her house. I loved Aunt Dina's. I loved being there. She was so hospitable. I've always wanted to be like her. Then this beautiful image of lilacs came from an estate sale. This came from an Etsy shop. This lady does tremendous painting. Just tremendous. And it reminds me of my grandma. Then the plate up there came from my Aunt Kathy. And this image I think came from Temu. I'm not entirely sure, but Come Thou Font of Every Blessing is my favorite hymn. Then this picture came from the Kitty Cat book. Then this is actually a Barbie calendar, and I just like the image, so I framed it. And then over here we have some fun kitty pictures, and I believe they're all pulled off Pinterest. And then this picture, it's a girl with yarn, and you can see the glittery, and I made her. Isn't she fun? And then up here, this is a picture from an estate sale. And then this is a picture Haley took of me walking on the beach. And then this is one I got off of Etsy. And then this clipboard, I just like to change the pictures on it whenever I feel like. So, sorry the glare's terrible, but you do the best you can. But that is my fun gallery wall and the hobby room. Just things that inspire me and make me happy. I guess there's 3 gallery walls in this room. This is our bedroom, and I always forget that there's 3. And maybe that's where it first started, because when Darren and I first got together, first got married, he's like, let's take things that matter to us and put them all in a collage. So these are kind of the story of our relationship. So got this little saying with a little Jesus. That's Darren and I at the beach. And then because some of these have lips on them, I like to put stuff on top of them. So you'll find all kinds of little fun trinkets on them. And he gave me this as part of a gift because of Mount Rushmore. It looks like the old travel stuff. And then because we live in North Carolina, and we've been to St. Louis together. We've been to Lincoln, Nebraska together. And then there's just some images of us there. Oh, Army guys. I think those were my dad's Army men. We've been to Biltmore. And then some more fun little cowboys and Indians. And just holding hands. And a smooch. This was actually my mama's. And then this painting Darren did, and this one I did, and it was one of our first dates at, you know, those wine and paints. So he did little lovebirds, and I did a purple iguana. We met in Nebraska, and then we went to Chicago, and then that's Omaha. And we visited New York together. And then this is a park in Omaha. And that's on our anniversary. That's wine from our wedding cork. And then just some fun little miniatures. That's me at a wall in Fayetteville. And that's us in Chicago. And those are our kitties. Fayetteville. That's us in Fayetteville. And that's my mama. And that's actually her angel. And the beach for her. And then that's for us. TF, my MFE. That's Darren and I's lock on the lock wall in downtown Fayetteville. That's me in our backyard. A little cardinal. That's us in St. Louis. Then we went to Devil's Tower. And that was my first trip to the Waffle House. This wall is more mine because this is actually my side of the bed. So this is an angry mushroom I painted. He makes me laugh even now. Then this is a picture when I lived in Grand Island. And that is my dog Goliath. He was a peekapoo. He's my first fur baby. That was mine. That's Haley and I on the beach. I want to say that was one of our first times on the beach when she got moved here. And then the cross stitches, I made each of these. I had them for years, got tired of them, gave them to my mama. And then when she passed away, I got them back because I love them. I thought about recreating them, but I'm like, that was so much work. But now I'm glad I have the originals. Then that's Haley and I at Jean Leahy Mall Park, which I don't know if it's still there or not. I'd heard they were going to keep it, but I'm not sure. Then that's Callie and I at Pioneer Village in Minden, Nebraska. And then those are just some fun pictures of the girls and I being goofy and silly together. And then this beautiful piece of art my daughter Callie did for us because these are our favorite Disney princesses. So this is Callie likes Mulan, I like Merida, and Haley likes Rapunzel. And then Haley painted this picture for me based on You've Got Mail. How about coffee, drinks, dinner, and a movie for the rest of our lives, for as long as we will to live. So like this is Haley, and this is me. And then Darren got that for me. And then found this. I love this image. And then that's just cute little robots. Then this I got off of Etsy. There's one, this is the jam, and then there's a peanut butter one, peanut butter and jelly, and I share them with Marnie. She has the jelly and I have the jam. And then she gave me that one because I love kitty cats. And then I love this, Think Happy, Be Happy. It's got a little kitty on it. And then my mother-in-law made this one. Isn't it beautiful? I just love it. It's so, she's just so talented, my mother-in-law. And then we have this gallery wall. Look at that. I'll do the best I can to get close because some of this stuff is just kind of hard to get close to, but because the bed's in the way. and I really don't want to stand on my bed, so I'll do the best I can. So there's this little picture Haley made for me, and then that I believe came off of Pinterest, maybe something I took from Pinterest. There's Darren and I at market days. You can see how happy he is to be there. He humors me. Then there it is on our anniversary. And then pictures with kitties. And that's us at the gardens. Kind of a dark picture, but. And then I Love Us. And then more cats. And then us at Botanical Gardens. And evidently I have Ron and Hermione, and I don't know where Harry is. I'm going to have to go on the hunt for him. He probably fell down behind the bed. And then pictures. Just random different things we love. More pictures of us. And I believe this is a poem I actually wrote for Darren. You are the sprinkles to my rainbow, the frosting to my cupcake, sunshine to my day, a fuzzy blanket to my night, the chocolate chips to my cookies, cheese to my nachos, the French to my kiss, the umbrella to a rainstorm, the cozy fire to a blizzard, the hug to my tears, chicken to my tacos, the home for my heart, tickles to my laughter, bubbles to my smile, the I love you on my lips, the fantasies to my dreams, the hand for my reach, the light for my dark, the pathway to my journey, the mate for my soul, the happily to my ever after. And then that's a picture we got in Omaha, same artist that did our balloon photo. And then he made that one, be bright, be happy, be you. And then just more pictures of us. That picture right there, those are my lip marks, kiss marks around the picture. So we had it hung up, we had it out, couldn't find it, didn't know where it went to. Sorry, I'm going around the bed here. Couldn't find it, thought we'd actually gotten rid of it, didn't know where it was for like a year. Was getting ready to do another move from an apartment to a different one and found it in a box. So there's some more of the little trinkets up there. A little caterpillar. And that's artwork from a shop in downtown in the old market in Omaha. And then that's my picture I made. More pictures of us. Pictures at a work party. And that's that same William Holland. That's the name of the artist in Omaha. That's one of his art pieces. And then more pictures of us. And then he's got his own little different trinkety things over here. He didn't put them there, I did, but they're things that I know he likes, just like there's certain things I like. The last room on the tour is the gallery mirror wall in the bathroom. So this mirror wall actually started long ago. This was my first mirror I got. It's Art Deco, and I got it at a garage sale. I want to say I paid 50 cents for it. Then this one was actually my mom's, and I don't remember when I got it. I'm pretty sure it was after she passed away. And then this one I actually got at an estate sale, I just liked how small it was, and from that moment I was hooked. I wanted to find a way to display them and not on my dresser, so this is what happened. Many of these I got on eBay. Like I got this one on eBay, and then I got this one on eBay. It's very detailed. That I know is not from eBay, but the Wonderful Cat on Instagram community sent me that for Lenny. That's my kitty that passed away recently. And then that's his little like memorial. But When I first got him, he used to spend all of his time in the bathroom with me. That's where he was always friendliest and would meet me in the morning. And so I just thought it was appropriate to have it in here. Then I got this one, a wooden one. It's beautiful, from eBay. And this itty bitty baby one, just to give you an idea how small it is, on eBay. This one, I'm not sure. I think it actually came from an antique shop when I was with Marnie and my friend Marnie. Then this beautiful one came from my subscriber friend Jacqueline. Isn't it Jacqueline? Jacqueline? I'm sorry, Jacqueline, if I'm butchering your name. I think it's Jacqueline, by the way it's spelled. And then that's another wooden one from off eBay. And this little puppy one is from eBay. And then I think that one is also from eBay. Then there's my mama's. Then this one actually rotates around, and it came from the Liberty Festival here in North Carolina. Then I got this one off eBay, and I love that it's an F because my last name is Fritz. And then this little cutie came from eBay. I had to have a cat one. Then this, I believe, came from an antique shop with Haley. And then this one came from, I believe, estate sale. That one came off eBay. That one came off eBay. The Holly Hobby came from eBay. And then this one also came from Jacqueline. So beautiful. Then I believe this was an eBay find, as well as this one. This was from an estate sale, and it's an Avon bottle, but I don't care. I think it's fun. And then I believe this is also an eBay find. And then also eBay, isn't that fun? And then I think that one may have came either from an estate sale or an antique shop with Marnie. And then I believe this one was also eBay. And as was this one. This one, I love all the seashells on it, and it is freaking heavy. So I have it on a plate hanger, plus I have 3M tape, Velcro tapes on it to help hold it up because it's so heavy. So anyway, that is the mirror wall. And as you can see, I still have room. I would like to fill in over here and up here and over here. I would like to find smaller ones, but they're a little bit harder to find. But I'm not opposed to bigger ones because I still have room. I can still go higher. So that is the last gallery wall on this tour. So there you go, friends. There's all of my gallery walls, and I will link the two videos together. So in part 1, part 2 will be linked when it's posted, and in part 2, part 1 will be linked. So if you missed either one of them, you can watch them both and see what, maybe get some inspiration for gallery walls your own self. I know it's kind of becoming a big thing to do gallery walls, and I love them because I'm a visual person. I love to see all that beauty and art and different things and sentimental things and vintage junk. I love it. It's just gorgeous. So thank you for coming, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and bye for now.